The office party was in full swing, the grand hall glittering with lights, laughter, and the soft hum of upbeat music. She spent the evening showing off, chatting with colleagues, and laughing a little too loudly at her own jokes. I attended as I always did, standing quietly at the edge of the room, keeping my distance. Then it happened. She glanced my way and smirked, her words sharp and intentional. "Oh, you're just a driver, aren't you?" The remark cut deeper than I expected, drawing a few amused chuckles from nearby coworkers. My stomach tightened, but I didn't react. Instead, I smiled faintly, letting her underestimate me, just as she always had. She believed she had embarrassed me, that her casual cruelty would pass unnoticed. But that night, I wasn't just the driver she dismissed so easily. I had spent months quietly building something she couldn't begin to imagine. While she focused on surface impressions, I had been working behind the scenes, learning, planning, and carefully preparing for moments exactly like this. My calm expression concealed the storm forming inside me. As the evening continued, the laughter and chatter around her grew louder, more confident. She leaned into every conversation, repeating her remark as if it defined me. But I had a plan, subtle, quiet, and perfectly timed. Each sarcastic glance and careless laugh slid past me as I let the tension build, letting anticipation rise. Her arrogance blinded her to the truth that the real game was about to begin. Then the unexpected happened. The doors opened, and the company owner, Mr. Whitman, walked in. Silence swept through the room as his presence demanded attention. Conversation stopped mid-sentence. Glasses froze halfway to lips, and every eye turned toward him. As everyone focused forward, I stepped out, dressed sharply, confidence steady in every movement. The air shifted instantly, and suddenly I wasn't just the driver anymore. Mr. Whitman scanned the room, his gaze settling on me. Recognition flashed, followed by a knowing smile. "Ah, there you are," he said, calm and authoritative. The laughter disappeared, replaced by stunned quiet. Colleagues exchanged looks as whispers spread like wildfire. Her earlier words, "just a driver," now sounded empty and meaningless. The balance of power changed in an instant. She froze, her confident smile faltering, color rising in her cheeks as reality settled in. I stepped closer to Mr. Whitman, who nodded in acknowledgement, a simple gesture that spoke volumes. The room watched in awe and shock as the truth unfolded. The joke had completely reversed. I was no longer a background figure in her story. That night, I stood at the center of it. She tried to recover, to fire another remark, to regain control. "Oh, you must be exaggerating," she stammered, her voice unsteady under the weight of the room's attention. I smiled calmly, letting her unease linger. Watching someone who underestimated you struggle to regain footing carries a quiet satisfaction I had held on to for months. This was the moment she never expected. Mr. Whitman addressed the room, his voice firm and clear. "I'd like everyone to meet our new regional manager," he said, his eyes resting on me. The words struck like thunder. The realization hit her hard. I wasn't just the driver. I wasn't invisible. I had been steadily rising, preparing, and now I held the authority that mattered, the respect she had tried to deny me. The room filled with murmurs as faces reflected shared disbelief. As the evening continued, she remained frozen in shock while I moved through the crowd with calm confidence, shaking hands and exchanging polite greetings. The irony of her earlier insult was both bitter and sweet, proof of patience, quiet strategy, and the strength of being underestimated. I didn't need to boast. The moment spoke for itself. Later, stepping into the cool night air, I felt a quiet surge of triumph. She had mocked me and dismissed me, yet in one shift of circumstance, the truth was undeniable. I wasn't just a driver, I was respected, empowered, and impossible to overlook. Sometimes the most rewarding victories come not from anger, but from patience, timing, and the quiet reveal of your true worth. And that night, the lesson was delivered perfectly.